end of the month. We've got our money that Angela just gave me hers. This was my envelope of Return to Commerce, so it's got the cash of things that we spent online or other places that we had put into an envelope. So we had the cash, but we did it through another method.
For example, mine was from Target, and I had to buy some underwear for my boys, and I put it on our red card because we get 5% back, and then they donate some to the school. So it's a debit card. It came straight out of our bank account, so I pulled the cash out of our envelope for clothing and gave it back to him.
So, and like we talked about in the other video, I've prepared the budget and my ransom note for the bank. And when I'm doing that, when I figure out the budget, then I just deduct this amount that's in this envelope in the denominations that I have, and then I know how much I need to ask for at the bank.
So the other thing we do to tie up our month is I look through my envelope system and see what I have left. Whoops. So I had like $2 left in food, and then just some random change. And I'm not super detail oriented, so I just let the change fall loose in my envelope system. But basically, since this isn't much money, I'm gonna go ahead and just keep it into my food budget, and I just kind of get rid of the change to start out.
If you had a lot of money at the end of the month, that's where it's good to have a budget meeting, a discussion. What are you gonna do with the excess? You're going to leave it in that category for next month because you know you have more expenses coming up, or do you have something else that
Exactly. Now this is the end of our spending freeze month, and what we did differently was there were 4 categories that I normally carry with me, actually 5: clothing, blow money, miscellaneous, hygiene, and the remodel fund. These categories I normally would have had with me in my envelope system that you just saw, but because we were doing the spending freeze, I wanted to see if I could go the whole month and not spend in these categories at all. Well, what it turned out was I did have a few expenses like Kleenex, there was the clothing for the boys. I accidentally bought some vacuum filters because I saw them at a really good deal and totally forgot that I was having a spending freeze. But it turned out that I was able, I bought my son a cane for 100th day of school so he could dress up like an old man we found it at the thrift store. I went ahead with Darren's permission and decided to take that $500 grocery money we have for the 8 of us for the month, and any miscellaneous item that I needed to buy, I went and pulled it out of there so that I knew that $500 was to feed us and any other thing. That put a little more pressure on me even than just the spending freeze, because I knew if I spent extra and we weren't able to eat, that would be a huge problem. So that did though preserve our entire what I had stuck in the drawer. So for blow money, this is what is going towards our project that we wouldn't have normally. Oh, that's what the other one was for. Eating out. That was one of the extra categories. So then I was able to save, maybe we'll just sort this together really quick. Oh, while he's helping me count this, the clothing budget, we saved almost all of it, but I'm not going to roll that into our goal fund because we have a lot of needs that come through clothing throughout the year, and this is kind of something that we save up from month to month. We know we're not going to spend it most months, but then there's going to be a month where I have to buy 30 pairs of shoes to start the new school year or something like that. So that's staying safe. So I saved $173 extra for the remodel fund. And then I'm adding to it $100 that I got as a Christmas gift. So that's $273. Plus this is a prepaid Visa gift card that I got as a bonus at my job. And so that is $373. And then this is this is $400 that I got by selling items on Craigslist and by selling my fabric stash online. So where are we at? $773 then that we would not have normally had on a normal month because we sold stuff and we had our spending freeze and we had some surprise gifts.
Okay, so this month's budget is exciting because it's the beginning, it's actually February, but that's when they start the new payroll actually starts coming out, and I got a raise, the 1%, woohoo! but it's $100 a month-ish by the time everything falls out. And so that was fun because I'd done the whole budget, and then when I saw my pay stub, I was like, oh boy, and so I had to redo the budget. So.
And then I also got a raise because I just started working with Sandy Sullivan at Mom CEO. So that gave us an extra $650 for the month of February to be able to budget. And so total with him and mine, that was an extra $750 for this month. And then next month it should be even better than that. So our goal is to be able to really get going on the mess that's in our our bedroom, because we had taken down the drywall and it's just studs, and it has been for over a year. And then we also need to work on upping our retirement. Right now we only have 5% savings there, and we also have 2 vehicles that will need to be replaced sometime this year. So we're kind of dividing up our money amongst those 3 things.